especially with this whole thing brought up to light.
I'm just gonna be
Also,
avoiding it like it's a plague, to be completely honest.
that's because it is kind of. And also,
I mean, it's not a disease. It can't transfer from one person to another.
you both have eaten, right?
Have what?
You both
Eaten?
have eaten. Yeah. Actually, all of you have eaten, right?
Not since entering
Yeah,
town.
not since entering town.
But you have eaten for the day, right?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Eric.
It depends on what
Because
time we when did we arrive in town.
midday. Oh,
So we've probably
which
had lunch, but not dinner yet.
yeah, so, yeah. It's like afternoon. It's probably like 1 o'clock.
So yeah, we probably had lunch on the road, but haven't stopped for dinner yet.
Yep. So yeah, Eric. Because I was actually looking. I'm like, how does it transfer? And I'm like, oh, so important thing for you since you did do spellcraft and Nat 20 did. You know that creatures that have not eaten for 24 hours and are within 100 feet of a creature afflicted with Feast of Dust must succeed a Fortitude save or be afflicted with the curse.
Oh, so as long as we make sure to eat 3 squares a day.
Or no, it says at least once a day.
Yep.
Yeah, it just have eaten at all. Just make sure you eat. Or actually, there is actually another part of this. You see that this particular affliction, or if you look over the other people as well, there is something among them. Like there is. Actually, you would have to probably ask them for that. Right? But you can. That is one of the ways of it passing. There is seemingly another way that it can pass, but like it comes from like something. The origin of where it comes from is strange. You can't really tell. Like it's since it's spellcraft or spellcraft stuff, it could be a number of things.
So yeah, I'm avoiding this area like the plague from now on. Just gonna mark this off as a city I don't come back to.
Hmm. You know?
Because,
So,
ancient curses that will kill people by starving them to death. Yeah. No thank you.
Kiyomi's like, yes, quite. I want to be over there! Okay.
Like, yeah, he's all for going to new places. Doesn't mean she'll go back to it.
I was there once, I don't need to go again, but not going again.
Okay. So,
But I
yeah.
would definitely convey this information to Kit Kat. That's what I just call him now. In a quiet tone, so that no one else hears it. And then, at that point, I'd done what I could. So I'll step back and just stand at the nearby in the background again,
Could you,
preferably.
in that case, in that case, could you have Len, abort my request?
Sure, I can go chase down Lynn.
Am I the only one who has message?
Yes.
You can reply to this message.
Maybe.
I don't even think I have the ability to get message.
It's a cantrip. I'd be surprised if a bard couldn't learn it.
I'll look. Let's see.
I
Bard.
do not have message.
I don't think clerics can learn it, but I think, bards can.
It's sick.
Don't think so.
It's arcane, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, I can get message as a cantrip. I guess I know what I'm doing at level 10. Trading out one cantrip for another. Because I could do that.
Well, yes. Are you saying it enough that the person you're checking can hear?
No, I'd make sure he doesn't know, but I would tell him it's not a disease.
It's not that bad, guys. It's totally that bad.
As you since you say it's on, it's like, then please explain why. I feel my essence drive from me slowly.
I'll leave that to the cleric.
I'm so glad you said that. Looking at them.
As I go chase after Lynn.
Oh, one last thing for Kiyome. That is important because I have to kind of keep reading through this whole thing. You notice that in the spellcraft that there is some kind of necromancy in this.
That I would definitely mention to the cleric who is of positive energy.
That there is like some kind of effect of necromancy of some kind. What that is a little hard to determine at this moment because they're alive. But yes, continue.
I will stand up and look down. Look down at this group. You see, now that I'm actually thinking about it, I had this thing in my head. Give me a second. Okay. Uh, fear not for long, for the Lady of the waters of life, the Great Awakener, and the Opener of Ways will find a way through me to dismiss this ill that goes upon you.
Oh, please. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you. He kind of grovels at your feet, kind of like clutching to what robes you have, and is groveling essentially at this point.
From what I can tell, this is certainly something that can be sought out and a cure found. I do have a question. Is that being considered a bluff at that point? Because I don't really know that.
Yeah. Sure. Roll.
Okay.
Oh, my D20. Critical.
I was afraid it would crit fail me, but it did not. It did not.
What did it do? Give you a 2 instead?
No, but it was less than 10. 25.
Yeah, this is an NPC. and it's not just any NPC, it's a commoner, it's a peasant. So no. You're good. He believes you.
Ew. Nice D20. Let's search.
actually, as you are observing him, you do notice one particular thing. I'm sorry that I keep going back and forth between things. I'm like, oh shit, that's actually important for some of
That's
this.
fine. I get that.
Because it's like, what information can I give and what information I can't? It's like, oh shit, this is important. For example, you notice that he is human. Very human. He
Gotcha.
looks malnourished and mucked up, but he's human.
I'm being too nice to this fucking human, then.
But those are some sharp teeth. Like, his canines seem to have enlarged some.
Okay.
And the regular teeth that are meant for, like, chewing are seen to get a fine point.
Good. So he's not human. I can rationalize this behavior. Awesome.
No, you just had a soft heart because he was a beggar looking for help. You are a cleric after all.
Yes. Thus I would give him money and food.
Not necessarily in that order.
But I have committed at this point. I have committed.
You've learned forgiveness in your heart and taken pity on some poor sod who's really fucked over right now.
Yeah.
Now my companions and I will seek out a cure, but before I momentarily leave you, I will gift you with this, and I will Kinara will say a short hymn of Sekman about the banishment and erosion of illness and poisons, as I will channel some positive energy and hit these fine folks with some healing, with some divine healing.
Nice. So that technically does heal non-lethal, I believe.
Yep. There's my dice. Yep. I believe whenever you heal HP, you automatically heal non-lethal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Do I-
You have prolonged their suffering.
Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier.
You see, that's how you realized it.
They're still alive, though.
And being a dick at the same time.
Well, you see, here's where the conflict comes.
Yeah, no, it's a completely understandable one. No, but keep going. Sorry, go ahead.
It's like
What? But keep going. What?
Oh, what about the conflict?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, well, Sekhmet is of healing and war. These people are not just less skilled than me, they are hobbled. So it's like
They can't help themselves.
Yeah, it's like, and so it's like I'm not fighting a healthy peasant here. So being a dick, I feel it's one of those things of, it's like there's his personal feelings, and then there's the duty to his faith, and that's in kind of conflict. It's like, you're human, so fuck you, but I do need to heal you, and you're far weaker than me, so even though you're human, you're so much weaker than me that I can't even rationalize shoving you over.
Like, you're too weak for
like
me.
I'm besmirching her name, so...
Like, in the back of your mind, begrudging, like... But you see... I think it's also the fact of how sad of a state he's in, because he's the only one showing you. The other three are keeping their robes wrapped up, like they almost refuse to be looked upon. They're just... it ain't pretty.
18 hit points.
For a peasant, that's great.
Yeah, and that's actually to all of them, because remember, it's an area of effect.
Yep, and positive healing. You see some guards notice some magic going on, like they tense up a little, and then see it's just healing. Like, okay, whew, okay. One of them, one guard does yell at you. Just be more careful with that, please.
Hey, now healing people would not make people react that way.
Oh no, it's just purely magic in general, more or less. 'Cause primal.
True. Don't want to accidentally blow up the city. Good thing this is good. Good thing this is a class ability though, and does not incur primal.
Correct. For now.
Like, I can technically cast Misdirection, Charm Person, as well as Disguise Self on myself, without doing primal checks.
For now.
Nah, those are just class abilities.
Oh yeah, that's right, Kitten.
Woot.
But yes, after healing all that, as he's going, he's like, please, I don't know how much you can do, but if you find a cure or something, please, my people, my town. He stops at saying that village. It is all there too. Dimayen. To the east. It has afflicted us for months. Dozens have died already, and it does not stop. Please, help us. And he just kind of breaks down into tears at that point. Just kind of ugly cries into the sand.
Kinara's features will soften a bit as this human actually said something that got to him a little bit.
Oh my god, humans making him have a heart. The world is ending.
Well, it had to happen eventually.
Character development.
True.
He just
It would happen
record,
eventually.
It will pass.
For now. Wait until we get to the village.
This too will pass.
Must be racist, asshole. Ah!
I can't do it. He's too pitiful.
Your pittiness is tangible. At that, as he's sobbing, I will leave him sobbing and rejoin the group. I will, though. Still, no. If I leave them coin, they'll buy food, and then the food will make them sicker. And
It's not. It doesn't make. It doesn't make them sicker. It's just that they, with the particular disease or with the curse, it just.
yeah, gotcha.
It's dust. It's ash. That's what it tastes like to them. It's disgusting.
Well, I've sworn to them that I will. That I'll try to help them. So, but yeah, I'll walk off and rejoin the group.
All right.
I would make sure to share everything that I figured out with Lynn, because it's important that the party knows everything that's going on.
Probably in hushed tones or somewhere secluded by the sound of it. Yeah.
I mean, there's no reason to say it loudly, so yeah.
Just making sure.
I imagine we could talk about it while we're walking, because there's probably other conversation going on around us.
God forbid, a group of adventurer mages figures out what's afflicting someone.
Don't forget, magic is very... Magic is the cause of this curse.
And we're saying that we figured out what caused the curse, or what the curse is.
Yes, you caused it, you witches and wizards.
Oh yeah, it could be. And
I wish I was
just,
that powerful.
or you. Yes, you know the curse itself, but you don't necessarily know how to get rid of it, like permanently. I think. Let me double check that.
I mean, there's a very simple solution to this. You command them to eat, ignore, so that they're forced to eat the food, and then you just have a couple clerics around that just cast AoE heals every day. And they can live on being cursed. Doesn't matter.
No, actually, they regurgitate any food they consume. They just puke it back out. They get nothing. Even if they eat it, even if you command them, they can't eat. It literally, the body basically, the curse makes them reject any and all kind of nourishment, essentially.
Okay. Well, I guess
Quest added.
I
The
guess we just added
Feast of
something to a
Dust.
quest log depending on what the fancy guy is going to be saying to us.
Yes, let's go find these, the person we're supposed to deliver this letter to for, things that I rolled a 30 for and wrote down earlier.
I'll take a drink for my flask.
I will eat one of my rations. And drink some water.
Yes. But asking about the satrap, it's not too. People point you into the direction of of the palace, but there is like a small, more sort of modest building, still ornate in design. Very similar to the Turkish style of buildings. You do notice that there is still, even here, there's signs of the siege or whatever scuffle happened here some months ago. So trying to show some sign on the door on the building itself. But you step in to past two guards who look a little bit better than the latter. Watch you all go in. You enter into a room filled with rugs and are flooded with the not flooded but welcomed by the sense of incense of various perfumes. For example, sandalwood and lavender, very calm kind of scents.
Ooh.
Fruit also kind of lulls into the mix, as you see people sitting on rather large pillows, just discussing with each other, looking over scrolls and books. Over by a desk, you see a woman of very dark skin. She has her hair in braids. She looks up to you. Looks up to you all. Yes, hello. How can I help you?
We seek. Bring up the guy's name.
I'm right there with you. Clearly someone not important.
Was it I believe Rona Dvar is whom we're looking for?
Oh, the advisor. Yes, a moment, please. I believe he is. I will see if he's busy or not. A moment, please. Then she beckons someone to come over, whispers something to them. They scurry off. Please take a seat, and I shall get to you as soon as I can. You see some rather low seating. Again, the larger pillows that are practically bean bags. Some couches, some chairs, but all very nice and plush.
Okay. I will take. You said pillows and like beanbag type things.
Pretty much.
Okay. I will take 2 of them to form a makeshift bed and lie down on my back.
That is fair.
Taking a nap, are we?
Just
He's
relaxing.
He's taking a cat nap, obviously.
Actually, funnily enough, I do have the catnap trait.
I know. I figured.
You know what? Odds or evens? I have a devilish idea.
Oh no.
Ooh, whichever's more interesting.
Even whichever one you decide to say is the normal one, the other one is not it.
Okay. Evens.
The norm.
So you're saying evens is normal? Okay.
Please be odds, because I want to know what this is.
Sorry, it was 18. I'll just sit in a seat near Kit Kat.
Yeah.
Also in a beanbag chair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
I invoke luck.
And Len, anything you're doing for this? Expecting anyone or anything in particular? Triss?
Yes. Trist.
Oh, did Triss step away?
No, I'm still here.
Okay. Are you doing anything in particular while you wait?
He'll probably just whip out his book and sit down and wait.
Which book? Just curious.
I don't know, one of his, story collections, probably.
Okay, just curious. And in the 20th year, there was in the 20th year there was war. Something, I don't know. But yes, eventually the person she sent off comes back, whispers something. She beckons you 5. Yes, Advisor Rowan will see you now, but to ensure this, what business are you seeing him for?
This lovely, was it a letter we were supposed to give him? It was some type of courier thing. I can't remember what it
No,
was.
the courier was the last mission.
No, we had some reason that we had to come down here as well.
Yeah, we came down here to get more information on the contract. It was one of those of we picked up the flyer, sent word ahead we were coming. And then
Oh,
when we got
that's...
here, we're supposed to hand them the flyer and go, yeah, we're here from the Firebrands. You're supposed to give us more info now.
Do you hand her the contract or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay, hand the contract. Oh, yes. I believe Setrap Rowan will definitely see you in it. Please, go ahead. Satash, if you could please lead them. The individual bows a bit, and then back gestures for you to follow them.
I'll get up off the beanbag chair and
Roll dexterity save to escape the beanbag. No. They're not that bad. But you pass by several arches, for a few feet, seeing more people discuss and going over. You do see a map of the eco itself and the surrounding areas in a mural style.
okay.
that shows it after for the past 100 years, and shows that kind of that Krayiko has always been there, and also another mural of the current ruler of Krayiko, Duchess Namia Surier. From the mural, you were able to tell that she seems to be. Let me double check this thing. I believe she seems to be a half elf with tanned skin, bark hair, bejewel that is bejeweled in some ways, not necessarily a crown, but a small tiara almost on her front.
Oh, something acceptable.
But it's a much more flatter tiara. It doesn't point out. Yes. Before you come to a door near the end that has a curtain over it of purple, of velvet purple. Your attendee kind of leans into the room, says something, and they kind of they pull open the curtain for you and gesture in.
I'll go in.
Once you all have entered, she closes the curtain behind you. In front of you, the room is about the size of a good size of a study, about 30 by 30. You see a shelf full of scrolls, and a shelf below that with books. A couple chairs that are kind chair/beanbag combinations. A couch and a desk with several papers strewn about, and an elf with, once more, tanned skin and a tattoo all along his left side. His hair is white and long, and currently you see that his hands are in his face is in his hands, kind of just rubbing his temples like. He doesn't seem to say anything to you all, just kind of sitting there, breathing for a moment.
Has it been a long day for you?
He looks up to you all, flicks his eyes between you all, and sees Lynn. And unfortunately, I'm sad that she's not here today, which would lead to a very interesting conversation of sees her and says, "Oh, you're alive. Oh, thank heavens. Okay, good. We will talk later." It has been a rough... To say that my day has been long would be an understatement. We have been busy ever since Arodis, and I have not gotten a good amount of sleep in a long time. But you aren't here to bug me about that. I was told you were here for a contract. You are the Firebrands?
Yes.
Excellent. Just to verify the contract, please.
And the contracts?
And I'll bite another note. He looks a little older than you all, maybe in his 30s or so.
I hope he would be a little older than me.
Yes.
Especially
Yes.
for a human.
No, elf.
Oh, he's an elf. He should still be older than me. By a large margin.
He scans over it. Alright. Oh, do we have a Sierra? Oh, hello.
Maybe, not yet, I don't know.
I think she's just listening in at this point. But,
Also, holy shit, guys, I don't know how I did it, but apparently I got it to go off the call screen to just show the normal chat.
Yeah,
Or Skype.
you can do that.
Oh.
yeah.
How do you do that?
Mm-hmm.
There's an arrow in the upper left-hand corner
Yeah.
of the call screen.
Yeah, which is basically switching between your group chat and the other chats.
I don't see the arrow, I see the hamburger.
Yeah, that's the hamburger. That's the one you press. But he scans over it, sees, look at some stuff. Alright, yes. Well, thankfully, even after all this time, this travel, it is still available. Thankfully. Might ask why it took so long to get here? Just curious. Veneno isn't that far from here, from what I understand.
Oh, my lord, we were assisting some refugees from a relatively near town.
His eyes, he kind of furrows his brows like, refugees? Where from?
Slightly south of Belforum. David is looking at his notes. Okay, I do not have that town's name. It's in the world map though.
Yeah. There you go. There it is if you wish to remember.
Okay.
Because you do have like a map.
Thank you. Okay. Do that. Do it here. Over here. Toma. Toma, my lord.
Toma. Yes, okay. Yes, I think I heard something about refugees at the city gates. You helped escort them, I thank you for that. Hopefully we can give them some kind of... I don't think people say no to bodies at this point. More people, but they won't need time. But thank you. Person, you were adventurers then, so come from Baforum. Okay, you must have done other jobs then, I guess. Makes sense. Alright. The main situation is this. He pulls out a summon scroll. from this particular contract I would like is an excavation. We came across some ruins that are of some interest to us. They lie to. Let me double check the map. They lay northward towards the Zhou Mountains. We believe that these ruins can be of some use to us, as it might be an avenue of new wealth, culture, or something. Because there has been whispers of some sort of some troubles heading from the east, and I'm wanting to see if these ruins have any connection or anything to it.
Might I ask what eastern troubles that you're speaking of?
He looks around, pinches his nose, like, well, you might as well know the situation. What do you know of our past, of our recent events within the past few months of Kriego itself?
The bard will be delayed in rolling, but I will totally roll to know that.
Yeah, go for it. Local at this point, I think. Or history.
I myself have been embroiled in other matters. I haven't heard of much. I know there's been shifting of powers as of late, but outside of Veneno, that appears to be happening a lot.
Yes. Okay. Eric, what's your role? Eric.
Something I would like to confirm. Is it just the Lord Advisor here with us at the moment?
Yes.
A flat 30.
Saying that as if it's bad. Saying that as
I mean,
if
it's not a crit.
Yeah, not a crit. Anyways, are you doing anything, David? For son of it?
No. I just wanted to confirm who was around.
Yeah. For now, it's him. You heard, for Eric, you did hear say, and occasionally maybe even Lynn mentioning it, that Kriego had a bit of a, not necessarily a succession crisis, but more of a little closer to a civil war. There was a disagreement over politics and how they were done, particularly of some members of the council wanted to remove the Duchess and create an oligarchy, or some kind of new government with them at the heads. The Duchess took exception to this, and several other notable individuals, which broke out into fighting. It only lasted a few months, but the Civil War finally ended some 3 months ago. It actually ended by the time you all got to Veneno, like at the very beginning.
Interesting.
I mean, I would just start spewing out. I mean, there was a civil war at blah 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 time, about blah 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 this, blah 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 that. Oh, and there's hearsay that there might be a curse on some village somewhere around
I'm
this
sorry,
area.
what? I'm sorry, what?
Nice. Just kind of like slip it.
I'm sorry, curse. Is it more of those rumors from the east? My gosh. I swear if it's not anything. Yes, well...
I'm pretty sure it's not a rumor at this point.
You can confirm this?
Would you do the honors, Kit Kat? Or would you like me to explain everything about it? I specifically address Kainara. Since, he's the cleric. He's the obvious cleric. I'm just a bard.
Yeah, I have robes and symbols and stuff.
It doesn't matter. Any word... He's seeming to trust both of your words. It's like, what word and what proof do you have exactly, or evidence therein?
A small group within your city has been affected by this rumored curse. It was identified and dissected by the rather brilliant minds of our group here. It is of no rumor. Malnutrition, food not being edible to the afflicted rather. Simple alchemical potions that of curing various ills clearly having no effect. In a constant state of starvation and disarray.
That's very discouraging. Is it contagious?
I mean, if you're within 100 feet of the person that's afflicted with this curse and you don't eat anything within 24 hours, every 24 hours near these people, then yes.
Might I ask what your policy is on matters such as these?
Usually it's to quarantine the Z is in a particular area. I have to see why they haven't been seen to yet. Say, he calls out. The person that brought you in kind of goes around the curtain. Get word to... Before he even finishes, she goes up like, thank you. Oh my gosh. Oh, God's almighty. Give me strength.
I would insist that you make sure that any person that tries to quarantine them is made sure they had something within 24 hours in terms of food.
Thankfully, food hasn't been too much an issue.
And it's not a disease, more of a magical curse.
Oh, wonderful. Curse. Magic curse. Great.
Yeah, that's why it's not transferable unless you don't eat near them for more than 24 hours.
Tell me, do the clerics of your city of Crisio generally?
Craico.
I'm sorry?
Craico.
Craico. Do they generally ignore such things?
No, which is why I'm very disturbed as to why they are just randomly sitting around. Most of the homeless have been seen to in some way, shape, or form. Most. But our clerics are as tired as I am, and they are overrun. I will have to see to it myself. Or, if you wish to, go ahead. At this point, At this point, I am deputizing you as, for the moment, allowing you to have some power, as satrap I can give. You are allowed to go to some places that others cannot. You may ask things. I apologize if I seem kind of vague on what that is, but my brain has been stretched thin as of late.
Well, I can certainly see that, my lord.
Please, it's Rowan. Just Rowan. If you wish, as part of this investigation for this ruin, I will compensate you for whatever you find. Anything within the ruin is yours to take. Though, if you wish to sell it off, it will be minorly taxed by 5%. Like, he seems very frazzled and just kind of you notice he kind of stares off into space sometimes as if trying to collect his thoughts. I believe after a small bit of rest, we can compound any further rewards you wish to get out of this, but for a flat fee, I will do, depending on how severe this turns out to be. For now, we speak of our treasuries aren't too bad, so we can spare a total of 1,500 gold ahead for the task being finished. As said, though, this is just before bargaining and the like. Help us more, and I believe we are more. I can definitely look more into the treasury and probably prolifer some more coin, should that be more acceptable.
That sounds like a fair amount of coin. Okay, remove and going. Okay. I'll look at it for a moment. Would a blessing offend you, Rowan?
No. Well, it depends on who's blessing, I guess. He chuckles a bit darkly. If it's Nurgabur, you can just piss right the hell off. He kind of chuckles a little. Sorry.
Nothing nearly so maleficent. Just that of the words of Sekhmet.
Sekhmet. He thinks a moment before he's like, a bit interesting of a patron. What particular blessing I am willing to see.
I misheard that. Did he ask what kind of blessing?
Yeah, basically.
Ah, okay. Well, from the looks of you, one that would ideally clear your head of weariness for a bit longer.
I won't say no to that.
Okay.
Though I do warn you, try anything funny, and I'll have your hands. It's my big smile as he says it. As you notice a pair of scimitars off to his side.
Okay. Here we go. Okay. Okay, I was looking at the... That one is... Okay, I will give him a blessing, and when I say blessing, I mean lesser restoration. I know he probably does not have any ability damage, but it does heal some of that. It also eliminates any fatigue suffered by the character and improves exhausted to fatigued.
Yeah, that'll do it. Oh. After kind of doing that, he's like, I feel better already. Thank you.
I'll give a curt nod.
We will see about finding you quarters if you haven't found any already, or if you wish. But for that, other than that, it will be... But besides the cleric and all that, I leave you to the investigation of the ruin, and subsequently, if you wish, and I would thoroughly enjoy it, I would greatly appreciate it, but I can't really approve totally of it right now, of looking into this curse. But that is for you to decide. All the contract asks for now is investigation of the ruins. Once more, it is the Zhou. It is northward to the Zhou Mountains. You'll find that we do have a contact there who brought it to our attention. One of the nomad cat folk, the Golden Claw tribe brought it up to our particular attention. So, if you wish to ask anyone, I would think it would be them. Any other questions you might have?
You just mentioned the Golden Claws?
Yes, they are based out of the Zhou Mountains, which is a rather profitable business for them. One of the few tribes who decided to stick around the place, but yes, they are the ones that brought up this ruin to our attention.
I'll be sure to investigate them. Thank you, Rowan.
Rest of you, any questions?
Not that I can think of.
You mentioned quarters. Where would these quarters be? I imagine not the town proper. City proper, rather.
I can see. I can most certainly see that. With how you've been, I can see if we can put you in some of the foreign dignitary sittings, unless you wish to do an inn or anything like that. We can minorly compensate you for that. Your choice, more or less. Just as long as you're able to do your job. Just before you head out to the ruin, do inform me or one of my own, so we can, because I might be able to dig up a little bit more things into this now that we have a. By the way, the disease doesn't have, or I'm sorry, curse. Yeah, I'm still getting effects of it. The curse doesn't have a name.
I just want to confirm. The name that Greg gave, you as the GM, was that for player information, or is that actually something that Kyome knew the name of specifically?
Yeah, that would be nice clarification there.
No, this is true. This is true. With a spellcraft of
Natural 20 for a
yeah,
total
natural
of 31.
20. Yeah, with a natural 20, I will say that when you were like doing the spellcraft, along with the effects and all that, you kind of heard a whisper of its name, like in some dark whisper of Ashtalavita, that somehow you were able to translate into Feast of Dust. I'm willing to go with that.
Okay.
You're not sure, but it's one of the words that came up to you when you felt this very, very ancient magic.
I mean, I think it probably isn't this, but it might be something called Feast of Dust. All I know is that don't be near them if you haven't eaten in 24 hours, and you can keep them alive by just using magic or divine power to heal them.
That's at least something. Alright. Thank you.
Mind you, they'd be suffering from starvation, but you'd be keeping them alive. So,
any way to remove the curse? Or at least negate it? Or anything?
like I said, healing them negates the biggest issue of it, which is starvation.
Mm-hmm.
Because it... And then, let's see, I'd mention the food, how it temporarily negates, it causes instead of them being truly starving, they kind of starve less for some reason.
Eating
like the
food?
heroic, no, the special foods like the heroic feast or whatever.
Yeah, it has to be magically created food.
Magically created food partially negates what the curse causes, but not completely.
And you can remove it completely via limited wish, miracle, or wish. And break enchantment
then you
removes
have
it for a day.
Then limited wish and miracle related spells can remove it, and then after that, yeah.
And when he hears miracle and wish, he lets out a low whistle.
Oh, by the way, you can't use remove curse to get rid of it.
No, of course not. That would be too easy. Sometimes I hate I hate the desert sometimes. I really do. It's like... it's everywhere, and you find something new every day that will just try to kill you. It's great! No, thank you. I believe you would have to verify if we have any cleric that powerful, or any magi that powerful. I don't suppose you all have wish or miracle.
It's a bit out of my pay grade.
I have not endeared myself to her quite that much yet. But I can.
All I can do is ask.
I'm a bard. Me, magical abilities, nonsense.
Yeah, nobody's buying that.
You're funny. Oh, you're funny, Bard. You're funny.
Hey, I'm only 15 years old. It's not like I'm that good yet.
Yes,
Skill
yes.
are not
15.
necessarily connected.
Yes, age has nothing to do with magical prowess. I mean, hell, when I was 15, I was able to cast Fireball. He seems a little smug. He kind of has a smug smile on his face. But that's enough about me.
Don't worry, I could just teleport across this entire city if I wanted to. If you really want to get into technicals about it.
Now you're just showing off.
Yes,
Not
Yes,
saying I
yes.
disapprove.
yes, and I can transform into the very sands itself.
It sounds like it would be a bad idea if there's a fire, because then you'd just turn to glass.
It has to be concentrated in order to be in the glass. It has to be concentrated flame, not necessarily in a huge thing. And you get the distinct impression that he may or may not be telling the truth about the whole sand thing. Like, he's sarcastic, but it's like that vague line.
Am I hearing an excuse to use sense motive? I am. Now, where did I put my d20?
I mean, just based off of that, I mean, if you want to roll sense motive, that's on you.
I'm sorry, did the GM say roll this?
Let's see. That's going to be a 18 plus like 15, if I recall.
Yeah, behind all that behind all that sarcasm and all that, that's just dripping with sarcasm. He's not lying, and that's not necessarily a spell you're familiar with.
I am okay not knowing things.
That's fine. But yes, we will discuss. But yes, you probably have much to do for provisions and research and all that. If you wish, you can. Honestly, I don't have much archives myself. I'm only an advisor. I only have of states and all that, but I'm sure the other clerics will have much elaborate libraries should you wish to check them.
Yes.
Or who knows, maybe there's an oracle that knows, I don't know. He kind of just waves out like, on with you. Good day then.
Well, this has certainly been enlightening.
Yeah.
So, the mountains for the archaeological dig, was it?
Yeah, essentially.
Well, certainly sounds like we should head over there.
Well, that's our job. We're supposed to go over there and figure out things.
Yeah, let's,
Have you ever enjoyed a city before we have to go sit in a bunch of dusty ruins?
Right, yeah. Yeah, we can do that too.
But, I can understand why you want to go out there really quickly. So if you want to, I don't see why we can't do both.
Going out to the mountain will take at least a day travel, just letting you know.
We can do that tomorrow then. It's already midday. Let's not travel at night. It's not fun. It's totally not fun, right, Lynn?
It depends on what you find in there.
He's like, not helping my case.
Yeah, it's not like you don't. It's not like you sleep in a cave. Filled with darkness and cold in the middle of the desert.
You're right. I don't.
Yeah, because you don't sleep.
Doesn't change my point. Didn't sleep in a cave in the desert.
With mystical runes on it.
Hey, now, I didn't do that either.
Yeah, I know. There is someone in this call who did, though.
He'll look over at Kiyomi.
I mean, we've been traveling for so long. Let's enjoy the city for at least a day.
He'll recognize you'll see a look of ironic realization on his face. Yeah, we can at least spare a day.
I mean, it's already, what, midday? Late afternoon at this point?
Probably 2 o'clock now.
I need to refill my flask anyway. I'm sure that'll take all day.
That will not take all day, but let's not travel in the desert in the middle of the night when it's freezing cold.
And that's when the real beasties come out.
Unless you guys really want to. I won't. I'll go if you guys really want to go.
You've made your debate. I'm certainly okay with staying. He says as he looks a little bit
Like, aww. Like his ears droop. His tail does no longer wags.
It's more it's more like he's now anticipating leaving versus leaving right now. So they kind of like bottled up energy of like.
Oh no! You got a bottled up cat on you with you.
Don't worry, I'll just throw catnip in front of me. Actually, no, not in front of me. I'll just like get like a toy like for a cat, like just a normal house cat, and put catnip on it and just.
You throw it, and at first Kinara's like, racist, and then he chases after it.
Well, he's actually addicted to the stuff, so.
Yeah, I know, but at first he would be like, racist, and then he goes after it. For like a split second. Like he does that boy.
If you do that, if you do that, I might do something funny. Actually,
It depends on how hyper you end up being. But I would definitely like to make sure that those cursed people are actually properly taken care of, not the other possible things that he kind of hinted at when he says just deals with them.
Yeah.
No, that's fair.
That was my real reason, actually.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
See, I'm a compassionate person.
Sometimes.
When you're not starting wars.
But I'm not inadvertently starting civil wars. Because that is what happened, isn't it, Greg? Did anyone inadvertently start a civil war?
Not necessarily a civil war, but yeah,
War is never
maybe. There was never proof.
There's nothing official.
There's nothing official. Tensions were already running high. You just set off some fireworks. And just left. You just set up some fireworks and left. And you also told Dima to be like, nah, let's just leave it alone. And you did talk Dima out of intervening with some things. So, column A, column B. Yes and no at the same time. Without anything concrete, no. But also, well, yeah.
I have plausible deniability in saying that I caused a civil war.
A rebellion, yes. You have plausible deniability. But yes,
That I know I actually caused it because I left the area before it even happened.
Pretty much. But yes, how would you like to see to it that they are actually getting their true treatment?
I would leave that up to the cleric. I just want to make sure that they're not just being executed in a dark alley somewhere.
Since he has re-brought these guys to my attention, as I did momentarily forget about them when the gold claws were mentioned, I am such a bad person.
Bad cat.
The cleric is not being a cleric. Why is the bard being more of a cleric and a good Samaritan?
Because the bard isn't as racist as the cleric.
That's a
It's like,
valid
what?
point.
Something was mentioned at a higher priority level? Oh wait, yeah, these guys, shit, I have to deal with that. I have to be a good follower. I need to be a good boy.
Don't make me go get Garf.
Here we go.
Oh no! No, you
Speaking
dick!
speaking of Garth, hello here.
Hello.
No!
Hi, Zero.
Go away! No, we love you. You can come on down.
No. I've been there.
Well, I only casually threatened to use Garf on our clerics to, if he doesn't want to do his clerical duties and be good in good faith with his god. Because he wanted to be racist.
Oh, if he wants to be racist, that's fine. Cyrus doesn't mind.
But
Just
then
don't be
if he
racist
loses,
for her.
Yeah,
if
she
he
doesn't
loses
care
his
who's
clerical
racist,
powers,
so
because he's
long
no
as
longer
they're not racist to her.
But if he loses his clerical powers because he's no longer in favor of his god, that's a big issue for all of us.
See, Cyrus believes that he won't lose these powers that he has just because his deity feels like being a dick. Like, in her head, that's all make-believe, and he's just like a child with imaginary friends.
You know what, considering the humans, I would like to remind you that Sekhmet almost devoured the entire human race in a particular area.
Yeah.
So they
Drunk
say,
off her ass.
but did she see it happen? No. Did you see it happen? No. These are
No.
just stories that people told one another.
Are humans tasty?
She wouldn't know. She finds humans to be subpar.
I've never had human before.
Well, there's a bunch of sick people. You can go try some.
I'm just going to be trying to push these two having this conversation into a quiet corner away from the general population.
You do get some occasional glimpses like, the fuck?
Okay, Kinara isn't actually saying this. This is David. Hey human, how
Okay.
do you taste?
I've never had human before. Nah, I actually had a character who was like, who did have wings and found out, like, and a doctor was like experimenting and had dead people of my race, and I had accidentally ate some, and I'm like, I taste like chicken.
Yum.
Hey, I have a winged creature and Tristan's game who does not mind eating chicken.
Doesn't she actually like openly say, yeah, I'll have some fried chicken?
Yes, she likes the meat. Okay, no, that sounds a little gross, but she likes meat. Either way, never mind.
Anyways,
But,
so yes, are you going to go to the clerics, or what exactly are you going to do?
I am going to go to the clerics, yes. Whichever clerics have been tasked to deal with this, group of people.
I'm gonna go hit up the stalls and look for something in particular. Cough,
You're looking
cough.
for plushies again.
Yep.
Not that we know that yet.
No one can prove it.
Nobody can prove it.
Well,
They
on
Alright.
the
thought
end,
they
I
saw
choose
her
not to.
there,
Yeah.
but when they blinked, she wasn't there anymore. That's what happened.
Len can prove it.
Ling
Len
can prove it, and we can all prove something else now.
I just choose not to.
Len can prove a lot of things, but he's like, nah. This is his way of getting back at her for some things. He's like, nah. But anyways, you find that the clerical orders tasked with this, one or two representatives from Irory, and one or two from Pharasma. If you wish to remember what their respective things are, religion check. Or actually, no, not even that. Well, yeah, just in case. Basically, don't crit fail.
I decided to take 10 because I can do that for free with no penalty of time.
18.
So I have a 19.
Yep. So you're all good. Aurori is the god of enlightenment and self-perfection. Most notably, usually Aurori is attributed to monks because of their seeking of physical and mental perfection. And Pharasma is the goddess of death, healing, knowledge, repose, and water. Fate, death, prophecy, and rebirth. So, a good mix. And you do see that they're kind of like helping the people. Two that were like laying down are so weak that they actually have to like put them on carts and kind of bring them to their church. You do kind of speak them, and the man who had been singing to you does see at least Kianara sees you all again, and like thank you for helping us. Once again, nearly groveling and the such.
As he is thanking me, I will look over to the cleric of Aurori. No, actually, for Asma. That still makes more sense there. What is it that you're going to be doing with them?
The cleric is dressed in full blacks and has white face paint depicting a skeleton feature. We will be taking them to one of our churches and putting them in ensuring that they are looked after. We will be doing healing of some kind and see what ways, if possible, this can be dealt with, or at least contained for a moment. I believe the Aurori monks will also be looking into passing on their self-perfections onto them to ease the pain, as it were.
Okay. Sense motive for euphemisms.
Go ahead.
8. I
For a total of...
For a total of 8.
Oh.
Don't worry, at least the Kitsune went with you.
Oh yeah, there's no euphemisms here. There's totally going to be healing going on. I believe it all.
Yeah, you totally believe him.
I'm so glad this didn't roll 1. It was a 22.
Yeah, he speaks truth. Yeah, they are just as concerned about this as you are.
I normally don't trust anybody who walks around in their bathrobes all day.
And actually, I was like, and actually, are you the ones that brought this up to the Satrap?
Yes.
Thing. You have my thing. You have my and all the others. Thanks for this. If we'd known about this, we would have seen to it sooner. It's curious they wouldn't have done this or anyone have brought it up. But admittedly, there has been many problems coming from the east besides rumors of besides curses and such. But that is a matter for another time. Yeah. Goodbye then. Though one thing, Kiame, one of the attendees for the Aurori, you recognize them.
Oh no!
Oh God, why do I recognize
Keep their
them?
lover.
No, because from what I understand, Kiame didn't have lovers from her.
No, I'm
previous
literally the age of being an adult.
Yeah, she just now is an adult. No, it's actually one of your people from your old gang.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll just write that down in my head.
Be like, huh? Like, it takes you a double take, because, you're used to this particular person having much longer hair. I can't think of a name right now or description. But they used to have much longer hair that, like, went to their shoulder blades, but now it's much more trimmed. They didn't go full bald, but it's a very thin layer of hair. And they do have, like, a single tattoo on the side of their cheek that they didn't have originally, but holy shit, that's them.
Interesting. One of these days I'll have a conversation with her.
Yeah.
One of these days.
One of these days.
I assume it's a her.
It is now.
That's up to you.
It's they. We'll see.
The fullness of time.
Alright. And I believe that is what you two are going to do. Meanwhile, in Plush Central.
I assume Lynn is with her. I hope.
By the sound of it,
It sounds like she ninja'd off, so he's probably just going to go hang out at the so-called quarters we've been provided, and,
The foreign dignitary quarters.
yep.
Oh
Yeah,
wait, we get to live as royalty for a little bit.
not necessarily royalty, but yeah, pretty luxurious. You
Oh
guys
man,
have,
and I don't have to pay for it.
You guys have gotten pretty luxurious places, but admittedly, you are helping these people out immensely. Because nepotism, in a way. Because, like, oh shit, it's like, hot damn, you helped us with this? Yeah, I'm totally, like, willing to let you just sleep in those quarters. They're just quarters, have it. Plus, Rowan knows Lynn, and And that leans even more to nepotism. I'm like, yeah, you're good. Just sleep in there.
One of these days, I will harass Lynn about how this situation.
Maybe one day you'll find out.
In the
And
fullness
yes.
of time.
Anyways, the hunt for the stuff, the hunt for the fluff. With how that is.
Okay. So he's doing that.
Oh, is it cool to have Garth just like in his tiger form? Are people giving us weird looks?
Okay, well, I'll give you a description of the city before, like, and of the history that you know. There has been a siege here recently. Sure, within the past 3 months. People are still kind of mucked up from that civil war. They know you're adventurers, so they will let some things pass, but they did ask you to peace bind your weapons.
Okay.
So Garth running around, considering how there are particular things, they seem stranger, but they may or may not ask you to muzzle him. They may or may not. I don't know. Because he's huge.
Yeah. We'll see what happens, because I don't want to have to muzzle him if I don't have to. Not that I'm going to muzzle him.
Yeah, for now, play it safe of just kidding. It's probably easier.
Okay.
Though there was someone at the gate who was like squinting at you, kind of like giving you a stink up, like, I know, but doesn't mention it. It's like, whatever. I was like, you're good. Like,
That's right, homie. Watch yourself.
Okay. With wheels. Okay. So survival check, I guess, for your hunting grounds. Oh boy.
Does anybody remember what my survival was? I.e. Tristan.
Some name, close bracket, parentheses, web address. Make sure there's nothing after the file designation. Close bracket.
Well, I rolled a nat 20. And
Aww.
let me
I was
see.
so cute. That's it.
I rolled a nat 20. Da, ba, da, 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 da.
Duh.
You smell the fluff. You know it to be near. Despite the sand and the wind, you feel it creep. You feel the fluff. The cuteness calls to you.
Let me see.
It whispers your name into the wind.
Mm.
And then you're like, wait, no, that's the other demons. Fuck you. Fuck you, demons.
Has it been a minute since I opened the sheet?
Yeah, it's been a while since you played.
I played last time we had Greg's game.
Yeah, which has been a while.
Oh. Hold on, I'm still currently looking for it in my list. Okay, it's not there for some reason. Alright, hold on. Let me see if I can find it somewhere else. No.
I'm waiting for someone to come across her entire collection, like...
Where is she
They have
keeping
to-
this entire collection? That's
Someday.
my big question.
In my bag of holding.
That's it. They're
Someday.
just waiting for somebody to turn her bag of holding inside out.
Yeah, because like there are things that will make me like expel its items.
I dare you guys to fucking try it. I will stab you.
If I was playing a different character, I might.
You know, Kiyomi might end up trying to look in the bag and see what's in it.
You need reason to, though.
I mean, she disappears and she gets random. And
I disappear when you guys disappear. It's not like I go off before you guys. You guys leave, and I'm like, all right, I know where I'm going. Oh, here's my sheet.
She goes off on her own to do
We were
random.
going to go check on to make sure that they weren't just killing the diseased people.
Yeah, see, that doesn't concern me.
You disappear when the rest of the party is still together.
No, I wait till you guys go off and do your own thing, and then I'm like, I'm not interested in what y'all guys are doing, so I'm gonna go do my own thing. And then I go do my own thing.
I think it's the whole fact of, like, I'm just gonna do my own thing. It's like, what are you gonna do? My own thing. What is your thing? My own thing.
My own thing. You're like, hey.
It's basically Abbott and Costello at that point.
I will say this now, eventually Kiyomi will probably get curious enough to wonder what you have a bag of holding for.
Well,
I mean, I also use it to keep, like, my supplies in it.
I'm about to say, as I recall, she doesn't actually have a bag of holding. She has the backpack of holding, so it's no different than everybody else's backpack.
Alright, I cannot seem to find my sheet in my Google Docs.
No, but Nat 20 is fine. For all
Yeah,
that.
Hold on, let me see. Didn't I share it?
It's in your drive, I know, because it's in my drive.
Okay, let me go to shared. Maybe it's in shared.
I'd say it's probably in shared because I uploaded it and linked it to you.
Oh, wow, didn't know how many stuff was shared with me.
A lot of
OMG.
things are shared.
Alright, I don't know what's going on here. Hold on.
This happens every time you play, too. You lose your sheet somehow.
Yeah, but it was on Google Drive. I purposely had you upload it onto Google Drive, so
And
I didn't
guarantee
have.
you it's still there.
Okay, am I just not seeing it? I'm on my phone.
That might be your problem.
Well, my laptop's not turning on, so I don't have use of that. I hope
That
I
sounds
didn't.
like a job for a David.
No, the power cord is missing again. It just needs to be charged.
Yeah, I'm looking right at it.
I'm seriously. I'm looking through everything. All
Type
this.
in the name of the file in the search bar.
I am copying the link. I am PMing it to you. But it's still in my drive, so that means it's still in your shared drive.
No. Excuse me. Oh my. Yep, okay. So, slow down. Slow your roll. Alright, let me do this. Well, I get my plushies. That's all that matters.
That's the only thing I care about.
Okay. So,
How many, like, does he have just like a small selection? Or
I'm getting to there.
I feel
You were
like
looking
it's
for
gonna be
your sheet.
everything.
You were looking for
Everything
your
in
sheet.
existence.
You were looking for your sheet for so long. I'm like, I'm just waiting. Okay. So, as you go through all this, all the stalls, all the stores, you actually do find a store that actually got a little looks like it got hit during the battle at some point, but otherwise has recovered. You walk in. Essentially, it is kind of a toy shop, for lack of a better word, or an artist shop as well. They're like there's some dolls. You do see, like, there's a doll of the Duchess, for example. Were you here for the description of Nemia?
I don't think so. No.
Half elf of very dark skin, with her hair braided and yeah, and bejeweled. It's essentially like what a little kid would have, you know. And they do have a few stuffed animals, a few. The store owner is, let's roll for what they are, is a man. Is a male. A male orc. We'll go with that. Male half orc. You see this 6'5" half orc, rather very well muscled, has some scars, but rather very oh gosh, what's the word? He looks after himself. We'll put it that way. I can't think of I can't put it any other way. Hair slicked back and into a ponytail. Just looks at you. And then just goes back to his business. Things you find are as follows. You find, no, not that chat, as chat. But it is you find a tiger, or a furry creature of some kind. I'm just going to describe this. Various assortment, various desert creatures, scorpions. There's strangely unicorn here. A few unicorns. They have a few bird creatures that are similar to chocobos, but not quite. They have a cactus that has arms and legs. Because why not? They have some snakes. I feel like I've seen some things. Yeah, some various birds of prey. Oh, and they have a monitor lizard. Komodo dragons. And yeah, that's all I can think of. Sierra? Sierra, are you muted?
I mean, I am, but she's not.
Ah. Sadness. But you could still hear us, eh? But knowing your modus operandi, one of each, by the sound of it.
Okay. Like always. How's that a question?
One of each.
Here's my question, though. How much space is left in her backpack of holding?
It's a bag. It's a bag of holding. It's a lot. See, bag of holding, Pathfinder. Let us look how much that actually has.
It can technically only hold 500 pounds.
Yeah, 500 pounds. That's a lot.
And like 30 cubic feet or something like that?
70. 70 cubic feet. So, she's got a while. All but the unicorn. Oh, one of each, but all of the unicorns. Okay. The orc the half orc sees you bring all this up. Sees all this. Tallies it up. I believe with this much. It simply says 35 gold.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Indeed.
Okay.
See,
Yeah, I think my mic died.
But yeah, looks to the animals, looks to you, 35 gold.
I'd be like, okay, I don't have all day.
Yeah. Gee. Would you like them wrapped, or do you want them to have named little bows?
No. So we'll just open up her bag and hold it out.
He helps you put them in. So he says nothing. He's like, yeah, and then he takes the 35 gold. Have a good day, man.
Thank you.
Enjoy your collection.
Oh, before she leaves, she'll hand them an extra gold piece and be like, I was never here.
Who?
Exactly.
as I hear something vibrate in the background. Okay.
But, yeah, that's... So you all can reconvene at some point, but also do things in the city. By the sound of it, you have the rest of the day to enjoy the city. See the sights and sounds. Because pre-eco, yeah, they had some mocked up civil war, but doesn't keep them from enjoying life. Minor festivities go on. There is dancing and some music.
Awesome.
But yeah, so... And I believe we can wrap it up for tomorrow. As the night closes to all that.
All right, everybody.
All right. So for roleplay, let me check something.
Where did it go off to?
So we're gonna go with good role plays tonight. For that, especially with those rolls, I'm gonna go with 210 XP for everybody.
Yay!
Awesome.
So now we're even at
47,
yep,
What are we at? 48?
47,700. Actually, you know what? Let's go to just straight 48,000. Whatever brings us up to there.
Oh, an extra 300.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to go the extra mile, we're only like 3,000 XP from level 8.
Nah, you gotta earn it. Gotta earn it. Because there was also the whole thing of, I believe you said that once you got to the next city, you were going to consider writing the tales of what you all come up with, what you told all those refugees.
If it's worth 3,000 XP, I'll do it right now.
I want to see it in post.
Like I said, if it's worth 3,000 XP.